to go on real quick, do a little live one. I was watching Daniel Saez, and he talks a lot of real shit in there. Talks about how these other people don't go out, can't go outside, don't go in the public, and it's true. Um, when have you ever seen anybody do video out in the public like that instead of just sitting in a room and stuff like that? They really don't. But I was just coming on to see what people wanted to talk about tonight. Had some free time. Ladies inside playing with Uno with the kids. So decided to jump on here for a few minutes, see what everybody's doing, see if there was anything they wanted to hear about. A lot of people be leaving messages and comments in there wanting to hear the slander, but that'll all come out. It'll all come out eventually. Right now, we just gotta focus on what's best for the child. But what do you guys want to hear about tonight? I put out those 4 little videos just doing like a little introduction to my life, just so people knew who I was before I started moving into other categories and stuff like that. What's up, Ren's feet? But skills stoner, nice tats. Thank you. Yeah, I want to get the tats removed, but my daughter wants me to keep them. Big Ben, keep Drusha's with Rasco. That clown plays lots of sides, impossible informant. Yeah, there's a lot of people out there that be dry snitching. Um, as for the informant, I don't know. I guess time would play on that one. Skill stoner, you got face tats yourself? Yeah, what do you got tatted on you? Jumbo edits 124. Tattoos look cool. Yeah, I'm used to the tattoos now. Um, I had brought up to my kids about getting the tattoos removed. My daughter doesn't want me to. She said she likes them. She's used to them. So I don't know. I think if I could find somewhere that can do the removal without doing too much scarring, then I'll do it. Did it hurt on your face? Yeah, it hurt when it got like up around my eyes. It hurt, and then the very top of my head hurt. Karma under my right eye and weed leaf under my left eye. Oh yeah, the ones underneath the eyes hurt. Gang regalia, all masked up too. Okay. What's the best way to cook possum? I don't know. Never cooked a possum. What's up, Eric AC? Zepho, what's up? Hello from Vancouver, Canada. What's up, Canada? God bless you and God will help you. God bless. Grant sins to the Lord. Yeah, we go to church and stuff. We haven't been going really as much as we should lately, but we do go. No disrespect, but is that an NK tat on your cheek, bro? No, it's an NB. NB. Didn't those tats hurt? Hell yeah, they hurt. All tats hurt in their own way. It's just some hurt more than others. What, Zepha? What time is it for you? I think it's around like 9:30, something like that. We just ran to the store and then came back, and then my lady started playing Uno with the kids, so I came outside for a few. Consuelo Robos, what's up? What's NB mean? It was for National Boots. Got to play that reverse Uno card. Yeah, I think my daughter was she was trying to cheat because she didn't know the rules, so she was making them up as she goes. Why would you do that to your face? I hit a point where I was caught up in so much shit I didn't think I was gonna be getting back out. Are you into motorcycles? Yeah, I had a street bike recently, and then I had a Harley, one of the electric glides, and I sold the electric glide at the beginning of summer. Yeah, it's very hard to find work, but I don't want to work unless it's for myself. Yeah, there's places that'll hire you though. Mush one's one of their trolls in here. I was used to set up an obstacle course and make all his boys run it in the slowest time. Yeah, well, your uncle sounds like he's a weird one then, Wayne K. I know, I need to block the trolls. Truth be told, he said he's from a circus. Steph, you want to get a motorcycle? Gonna wait for a license. Also, I can only ride a 125cc. Yeah, we usually have dirt bikes and stuff. So in the summer, I have the jet skis and stuff like that. That way, I can take the kids out to the lake, and we have boats and stuff too. And then in the winter, usually I'll sell off the jet skis and I'll get dirt bikes and quads and stuff like that. I had one of the which one was it? The Raptor 660. That shit was scary fast. What do you do about ex sugar daddy stalking you? I don't know. That's one of your issues that you got to deal with on your own. One of my coworkers said they got a teardrop tattoo for their cat that died. Is that what it's used for? No, that's not what it's used for. But I guess nowadays people get tats for whatever they want. Is it a Diddy issue? Man, it sounds like Diddy's got a whole lot of issues going on. Did I make a deal with Gunner, and is that why you deleted your videos? No, I didn't delete my videos. We woke up and everything was gone. Somebody had changed the name on it and everything. Why would I make a deal with him? I don't need to make no deals with nobody. Can I have your input on why my dad killed my mom and my two sisters? I'm 13. I don't know. There could be a lot of reasons why he could have came home and caught her doing something she shouldn't have done. She could have been. You never know. You'd have to ask him. Why you do that for God? Do what for God? Am I like a youth pastor? No, I just did that stuff in college because the college courses on it because I wanted to see if I could. I wanted to see if it was something that I could complete, and I wanted to be able to do it so that when my daughters get married, if they wanted me to, I could do the marriage for them. That was the only reason I did it. How long did you sit down for? If you're talking about prison, I did 18 years total. I did 2 years, 2 years, 2 years, and 12 years. Word Life said he's got pedophile tats on his face. Am I homeless? Yeah, right. No, I'm not homeless. I probably got a bigger house than you. Nah, your cheeks were probably chapped after the first 18 months, though, Donnell Brown. Would remove the face tats if it was free. I'm not worried about it being free. I could get the face tats removed. Word Life said that he's been busted for pedophile charges also. Yeah, people say mean shit anonymous. And then you get people in here saying dumb shit too, like Word Life saying how he's a pedophile. So I don't know. Watch your kids around Word Life. Do you have siblings you struggle with? For real, what is wrong with people? Yeah, I don't know. People just come in here want to speak dumb shit, and a lot of the stuff that they try to speak when they're speaking negative on you is really what's true in their life. What misconception does about prison does the outside get wrong? Oh, the big misconception would be that that they rehabilitate. CDC changed it to California Department of Corrections to California Department of Corrections Rehabilitation. They don't rehabilitate anything. There's no programs in there that's helping people for their return to society. There's nothing in there that's rehabilitating anybody. That's just one more way for the state to collect money by saying that they're doing her rehabilitation. Yeah, Santino. Yeah, this prison system is a profit system. They're getting paid per inmate every day that's in there. They get paid for the meals, and they collect like $100 a day per inmate for meals, and they're spending maybe $5 a day on the meals. Jay said that he was ran in there by some guy. What part of Cali? Merced. Cheryl said that her daughter's an RN at Salinas Valley State Prison, developed new program a few months ago. She is trying to help inmates get and stay out. That's good. The only program that I knew that they had at Salinas Valley was the dog program. And they would get dogs from a shelter and help train them and get them ready, and then people would adopt them out because they knew that the dogs had been trained and stuff like that. So a lot of people down there in that area were wanting to adopt out these dogs from the shelter because they've already been crate trained and stuff on that. Robert G, what the fuck's on your face? I don't know. If you're not bright enough to be able to read or tell what it is, I don't know. You're gonna have to figure that one out on your own. So basically, don't go to prison, correct? Yeah, I wouldn't go to prison. If what do you then gain from going to prison? All you then do is be out of your family's life. If you got kids, you're then be out of your children's lives, and it's your family and your kids that is saying affect the most, not you. Prison time goes by fast. Like you could be in there and a year will pass by and you'll feel like it's 2-3 months. Robert G said, "What the mustache do?" What you mean? Donnell Brown said he's been in and his butt's gonna hurt. Yeah, I don't know if that's the way you flip and flop. Then that's on you. Duncan said that did Donnell drop the soap in prison? Yeah, he probably did. He probably didn't drop it. He probably just threw it on the ground like, here you go. Yeah, prison is a big timeout, but if you want to get wrapped up and caught up in the bullshit in there, then that's all you then have focused on. A lot of people try to focus on what's going on in there because they don't have nothing going for them on the streets, and they don't want to stress on the people that they have on the streets. So they get caught up in the bullshit in there, and then they get out, and that's all they know what to talk about because they don't have nothing else going on in their lives. They don't have anything else that they can conversate about because all they know is prison. And a lot of the shit that these people would be talking about from prison is from 10, 15, 20 years ago. I don't know, Donnell. It might have been difficult for you. I did state time. I've always done state time. Yeah, Debs only talks about 90s prison. Well, that's because that's when he was in prison. How long has he been out? And he still can't talk about anything but prison. Well, your son shouldn't be on YouTube watching Robert G. This is marked as as not for children, so maybe you should step up as a father and put your kid to bed. Did you have to be racist in prison due to politics? Every group in prison, regardless of what people want to think, it's ran by racism. Everybody has a hate for the other groups, not just the whites. I've met Northerners in there that were more racist than some of the skinheads, and the Southerners are the same way. So everybody tries to put it off as just the whites and the skinheads that are racist in prison. That's not the true. Segregation is taught in middle school. Yeah, it probably is. Those toy junkies, real men take care of their family and not find themselves in prison. Prison, no excuses. Yeah, and a lot of the people um, that be in talking shit in here is ones that support Gunner and them that have been to prison too. So I don't know where you're trying to get at with that convo. What exactly does getting turned out mean? I don't know, Donnell. Tell us. You're the one that keeps coming up with this gay stuff. So let us know, Donnell. What's it feel like to be turned out in prison? And how did it make your ass feel? I don't know, Keiko. How many gays are in prison? You can ask Donnell. He seems to know. MIAB? No. Actually, hardcore is FTB, which is fuck the brand. They go against AB politics. Matt Harris said he wants a homeless Eminem. Well, you could probably find some on the streets over there. Walk around, look on the ground. You might be able to find an Eminem here or there. What did I go to prison for? My first time was for ex-felon with a firearm. My second time was for a firearm again. Third time was for a firearm. And then the last time it was a gang robbery where we had caught some sharps up in Tuolumne County and stripped them. Who was the most organized on the inside? Most organized, I would have to say, would be either the Northaniels or the Straniels. Both are pretty organized. Donnell's felon before going to prison. Anybody that's ever caught a felony, whether you do your time in county jail or whatever, you're then be considered a felon. So when you get busted and you get ex-felon with a firearm, then yeah, you're considered ex-felon with a firearm. Can I say your name? Jen. Shout out to Jen. Any thoughts on Badger being caught up by the feds? Yeah, I seen that whole thing online where they were they did the big Fed sweep, and the way I took it was somebody probably had got caught up on some bullshit, and most likely it was somebody higher up within the prison system that got caught up, probably for racketeering or something like that, and they started dropping names of everybody out on the streets and trying to give up spots. So for Badger being caught up by the feds aren't with the feds. The feds aren't then go through and pick people up unless they know they got them. And usually if the feds come and get you, there's like a 98% chance that you're going to be convicted, because the feds make sure that they got all their evidence 100% on you. So the feds aren't then try or prosecute prosecute somebody without knowing that, hey, I got this case beat, because they're not going to waste their time on it. So for Badger to be caught up in there, he was involved with something. He had to be, because they're not just saying come pick him up and swoop on him for talking on YouTube. So he might have been using YouTube to put out whatever message they wanted put out, or he was using it for some sort of front. But yeah, the feds aren't going to waste their time indicting you if they know that you can get away. Lisa said, but those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. Yeah, that's true. You got to have trust and faith in them, in the Lord, because it's that time's coming. Look at all the stuff that they talk about and how the end is coming near, and a lot of that's coming true these days. Okay, the same comments. But yeah, there's a lot that goes on within the prisons that's corrupt, and there's a lot that the prisons say that they put out there that's not true, and there's a lot that people speak about on these other platforms about prisons that's not true also. And they know it's not true, but their whole thing is how many views they get, how many subscribers they get, and what type of false propaganda they could put out there and speak on. And they see what works with them and they run with it. Whether it's true or not, that's another story. So you could put them in the same category as Granny Goose or these other people that write books that are nothing but a made-up story. And that's what they do. They find something that sells and they run with it. But how many stories do they then come up with? How many lies do they then come up with and be able to run with before people realize that everything they're saying is bullshit? But that's just my thought on it. What I don't get is people do these responses to stuff and then everybody wants to criticize them for just putting their look about how they took the video or something. And as soon as you say something that they don't agree with, they turn around and they call that person a JCat, or they turn around and start speaking bad on them. And it could be a completely good review of how you took that video. But if you mention one thing that you don't agree with, or you don't see it that way, then everybody turns around and tries to smut you up. Now, being grown, you have the right to not agree with everything that somebody says. You have the right to not have to take everybody's influence into how you make your decision. And for those that do let other people influence their decision on stuff, in my opinion, you're weak-minded. You can't think for yourself. You follow suit like as if you're being told what to do. You're basically just one of their little pawns in their game. So I've seen a lot of videos out here lately on people speaking the truth, and these bigger platforms, as soon as they hear something that they don't like that doesn't go with what they're saying, they're all over them, trying to break them down, trying to discredit them. And trying to make them look bad. And these bigger platforms, people really need to sit back and look. How many views did they buy? How many subscribers did they buy? Because people have put out videos before about how to buy subscribers and viewers and stuff. So is that what these bigger platforms are doing? Do they really have the subscribers they got by people liking their content? Or are they buying their views and buying their likes and stuff like that? Personally, I think that some are so worried about their image on YouTube and trying to make a life on YouTube because they don't have a life out here. And so they do that. They blow up their channel by buying the views and subscribers and stuff like that, and try to turn around and use that as a way to bully or influence other platforms. So yeah, people might like the content that they speak, but people need to also remember that a lot of the content that they speak isn't what really happens in real life. It's not real experiences that they experienced in prison. It might be a story that they heard from somebody else and they're trying to put themselves to be in there. It could be they're doing these stories about homies on the streets, which haven't been their homies in 20 years. So how are they then speak on, oh, this is what's going on in the streets? They're kept out of the loop for a reason, because they can't be trusted within their circle. These homies that they're saying are homies aren't their homies. These are the same people that are searching for them, are hoping they can catch them slipping. They're the same ones that have put targets on their heads. But people sit here and listen to these stories like it's true. So people need to grow up. They need to stop being worried about their image. They need to start speaking on shit that's really going on in their life, or what they really experienced in their life, instead of running stories that they heard from other people that have been locked up, or from something they seen on TV, or something that they heard through the grapevine about what's going on in the streets, because people catch on to all that shit. You can only run fake stories for so long before people start putting you on blast, and it will be going on blast. And if people like hearing just bullshit stories to entertain them, shit, stick with them. Put your hard-earned money into their bullshit stories. You sit here and work and you want to be entertained. Well, there's certain ones for entertainment, but know that entertainment that they're telling you is nothing more than entertainment. It's not real life. Let's see. I don't know why, but my comments stopped on me. But yeah, I seen Daniel say as he was out walking around out of the park and stuff, which is cool to see other people do that, because a lot of people, they can't. You're not going to see them out in real life. You're not going to see them speaking up on stuff that they know is true. You're not going to see people that have morals. And what I like about these dudes like Daniel says and a couple of these other channels is they're not just going with the flow on what these bigger platforms want. They're not trying to cover up facts and do damage control. They know what's real and what's right, and they're sticking to it. They're not sugarcoating shit. They're not having to defend people. They're not having to ask for cosigners to come in and speak good on them and shit like that. And that's respected. anybody that's spitting truth to you isn't going to need somebody to come in and co-sign for them. Anybody that is speaking from the heart or knows what they're saying isn't lies, they're not going to need somebody sitting there on the screen with them trying to discredit what those other people are saying. And that's what a lot of these bigger channels do, because they sit there and they cover up for each other, and it's whatever fattens their pocket, and that's the truth. People will say one thing and talk about how they got morals and shit like this, and next video they go against what they say. They go against all those morals. People say that they don't talk shit about people's family and kids and stuff. Well, I just seen a video that was controversy to that. So I don't know if it's because their subscribers are so caught up on swinging from their nuts that they don't see the truth, or they don't want to see the truth, or it could be that they just don't care. They like the drama. But it makes them look even worse when they have their trolls in commenting on people and talking shit, but they can't do it themselves. It takes trolls to be in there and try to talk shit and get people pissed off and shit like that, because these people can't do it themselves. Why are you then defend somebody that can't defend his own honor? Why are you then try to make up lies and spit lies against people you've never even met, you don't know? It's because that person's fattening your pocket. Now, I've seen some other people on YouTube that spit the truth right away. There's people out there on them tough, talking shit. They'll put out these videos and try to smut everybody up and all this, and their mama and their kids, and fuck their dead wives and everybody else, and all the shit that they're saying and all that. They're having somebody else that is no good, is in hiding, is scandalous, is can't defend themselves, has to have trolls go comment in your stuff, backing them up because they can't do it themselves. I just want to see one video where you see people from these bigger platforms go chill in a park with people there. I want to see one video where somebody pulls up into a hood and instead of recording it from inside your car, hops out while there's people right there out. Or one video where these dudes that say they're not hiding and shit like that throws their house out there like that in their street. And then when you do, then you can talk shit to me. But until then, there's a reason why you're in hiding. It's because you guys run your fucking mouths, you bump your gums with nothing to back it, and just run these smut campaigns that really makes you look hella dumb to people with any common sense. It's not hard to see past these guys' lies. It's not hard to tell that some of their subscribers are dumber than the dude putting out the story. It's not hard to tell that these dudes that everybody's on their nuts is weenies. They're corn dogs. They're cowards. And birds of a feather flock together is true. You're not saying support somebody. You're not saying back somebody. You're not saying co-podcast with somebody. And you're not going to try to do damage control for somebody unless you got the same morals as that person. You're not saying go against your own beliefs to fatten your pocket. You're not saying go against what's right to throw an extra bag in your pocket. And if you do, you're as guilty as those people. You're as bad as them. And to sit and talk shit on people that bring this to light and say that, oh, you speak on something you shouldn't be involved in. Yeah, well, somebody needs to speak on it, because you're not. You're allowing it to happen. You're doing damage control, basically telling this person, hey, it's okay what you do. Do what you do. As long as you're giving me money in my pocket, go ahead, do it. To me, when somebody does that, they're doing that because they're doing the same thing behind closed doors. So I don't know. I'm sure there'll be videos where these people that are they talk shit, try to smut me up, try to discredit anything I say. But it's gonna be the same group of people each time. And those people don't got nothing on me. These are the same people that are fattening their pockets together. These are the same people that'll tell you one thing in one video and then turn around and go against what they just said the video before because they're too dumb or too slow to realize what they said in their last video. So maybe these people need to pay attention to the videos that they put out there and see, like, before they make their next video, what they said in that video. Because people are catching on to that. It's sad that their subscribers can't catch on to their lies. Because when you start having all these subscribers like that, that's telling them, oh, what I do is okay. What I speak on is okay to speak on it. What I do behind closed doors is okay because I still got my subscribers fattening my pocket. So the blame's not all on them. It's a lot of the blame's on the people that are doing damage control for them. A lot of the blame is on the people not speaking up on it when they know the truth. And those people should be ashamed of themselves too. So anyways, with that, it's cold out here. I'm going to get in with the kids, my lady. I just wanted to come out and get on live for a minute, see how everybody's doing, see if there was anything that anybody wanted to talk about, but my comments froze up on me. I don't know why. But I'll come back on tomorrow during the day. We'll see if there's anything that anybody wanted to discuss or any topics that they want. You can always drop a comment. If you got a topic you want a video on, and if it's something that I've seen firsthand or experienced myself firsthand personally, I don't mind doing a video on it. I won't be producing any videos on secondhand or he said, she said. Everything will be from what I experienced myself in life. Stuff that I could speak firsthand on that I know is true. So with that said, you guys all have a good night.